What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Venomcast. I am John K, being joined this week by my co-host, Kyle Zittel, the really decent driver of the 53 Toyota, sponsored by Razor. It's a made-up sponsor. Razor, if you want to sue us, go ahead, because we have no money anyways, because iRacing is expensive.
You can't do what is worthless.
I'm not worth anything already. Yeah, so finally I get to have Zittel on the show sort of by himself. Zittel's been on here a couple times, 2 times, right?
2 times.
Two times. And it was with a big group of people, so we get some one-on-one time. Ooh.
You gotta pay extra for that.
With the cheesiest man in the league. The Wisconsinite. Is it Wisconsinite?
Yes, Wisconsinite.
Yes! Let's go! Score one for John K. Career stats: 27 starts, 4 top 5s, 11 top 10s. I think a career best finish a second, third,
second.
iRacing
Second.
Super Speedway.
Yeah. No.
No.
No, not iRacing Super Speedway.
Oh.
It might have been third. I'm gonna go with third.
Yeah, Nashville, Chicagoland for sure.
Chicago Auto Club, Homestead.
I feel like you should have a second somewhere. Second's more decent than third.
Oh, third is perfectly decent though.
Third is perfectly decent, and plus, I know a guy. He finished third a couple times before getting his first win.
That guy, you?
Me.
That
That's
guy?
me. Yeah, but I'm the other way on my screen. So you just there you go. Zittel is also a team owner. He drives for his own team, Zittel Inc. You are teammates with Paul Ellison, Kyle Duehmig, and Chad Stearns. A really good team. Chad shows a lot of speed week to week. Kyle Duehmig is the most improved driver. Paul, a race winner, a threat to win almost any race, just because he's willing to try any wonky strategy he can think of. And then you leading this whole pack. What's it kind of give us a quick spotlight into what it's like being a team owner in Venom?
It's fun. You get to tell people what to do. You get to tell people what number font to run, and that's about it for me. I mean, when I got Paul and Kyle together, I told them the only thing I want you to do is run the same number font I run. Other than that, put whatever you want on your car, whatever you want to do. We'll talk about strategy together. We'll share some info. Other than that, man, it's just racing at the end of the day.
And I mean, you guys have been successful. Paul has his win with KBI in season 2. Chad Stearns has been really close a couple of times. I think he finished third at Darlington.
Yeah.
And he was leading on the last lap at iRacing Super Speedway before Carson got past him to win that one. Yep. And Chad's fast. Chad is fast.
Chad is fast. Last season, he was running by himself at Milwaukee and at Iowa, or at IRP. And iRacing Super Speedway came along, and I said, I need a fourth guy. I need a fourth guy that finishes up top like we usually do. And he fit the bill. And I always thought the more the merrier when it came to Super Speedway racing.
And he drives a Toyota, which also fits in with
and he drives
team.
a Toyota.
A lot of big things coming for Zittel Inc. Where'd you guys finish in the team points last year? Third?
I believe it was third or fourth. We were. I was gonna say I should have this like ready to go, but I don't. We finished fourth. Finished just behind Insert Coin and Broke Guy and the creme de la creme at RNF.
Not my team, but I'm a beneficiary of that team. So let's take a minute. You're the co-host. I think we've talked enough about you. I think it's time to bring in our guest, who just so happens to be the driver of any Kyle Busch paint scheme he can find, the number 18 Toyota driver, Mr. Kyle Duehmig. Kyle, say hi to the people. And why does your Discord picture why is it Kyle from South Park with a knife?
That's a good question. How's it going, guys?
No,
Just a little cut.
no answer. Kyle Duehmig, most improved driver from last season. Round of applause for Kyle. Gets better every race. The speed is coming. I almost looked at the wrong line, but 36 career starts in Venom, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Those 2 top 5s coming at short tracks where, quite honestly, Kyle's a threat. Kyle is a really good short track racer. Runs one of his other favorite vehicles to run on the service besides the trucks is the super late models, if I'm correct, which those things teach you how to short track.
Yes, sir, they do.
Kyle, what was it like being named the most improved driver? Because there's a lot of guys that improved massively from season 2 to season 3. Season 2 was my first season around, but the jump I saw just being around from season 2 to season 3, there was a lot of guys and there was a lot of stiff competition there.
Agreed. Many good guys definitely improved. Felt some probably improved a little more than me, but definitely appreciative of the support.
Kyle is one of the hardest critics on himself. Like I'm very hard on myself. I think Kyle is harder on himself than anybody I know.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of I don't know what I'm doing. You're doing fine. That's what you're doing. Like, keep going forward.
Yeah, we all have those moments though. I'll out myself. Chicagoland season 2. I qualified bad, started in the back, and everybody passed me. Like I started, this is when we still had like 30 truck fields, and I started like 25th, and I watched everybody drive by me and pull away, and I was like, what am I doing? So I mean, it's definitely not fun being in that boat. But Kyle, I mean, good lord, Kyle. Beginning of season 2 to now, you would kick your own ass for
Agreed.
lack of a better term. What's it like driving for Zittel? Also,
Great. He always helps me improve on a weekly basis.
are you reading note cards?
No, sir.
Just had to ask.
He was paid for his commentary today.
How much? Because I don't have very much in my bank account.
M&M's.
M&M's. Oh, yeah. He's a big fan of the crunchy cookie M&M's. I saw his stash.
You're very good.
I saw his stash. They're not that good. I think the regular M&Ms are better. Yeah, I said it.
We can't beat the original.
I said it. Bro, you right. Kyle, the people want to know. Every paint scheme, it seems like to me at least, every paint scheme you run is some variation of either a Kyle Busch truck or a KBM truck. Explain to the people why that is.
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Why? Loyal to what?
Loyal to KBM and Kyle Busch.
Why? Explain. Go deeper, Kyle.
Where did the fanhood of Kyle Busch start?
Yeah, why do you have to like the biggest?
We got in a conversation a couple days ago about, were you a Kyle Busch fan in a Hendrick car? Because that leads to a second question. And so the first question is, where did the fanhood of Kyle Busch start?
What race? There's gotta be one race.
Just all of them combined. I love a guy that's consistent. You always see him up in the top 5, top 10 at least, unless he gets absolutely wrecked.
Absolutely wrecked. I don't know that it is true though. I can't think of a time I've ever seen, other than the last couple years, I can't think of a time I've ever seen Kyle really struggle.
Oh, no, that's true. So the second question, backing that up, is, if it ain't got, one of these, where is it? There it is. It's over here. One of these little logos on it, a little smiley face.
Yep.
You are a 100. You throw it in the trash, set on fire.
Correct.
Kyle,
where does that come from?
Yeah, we gotta know.
I just don't like Chevy.
Why, man? Chevy's the best. Nothing makes you more formal than a bow tie, my friend.
Nope, good old regular tie.
Oh, so I've been to Kyle's house. I have seen his iRacing, what he owns. I think the only thing he owns that is a Chevy is the Arca car because it only comes in the Chevy and it still has a Toyota paint on it.
I do have the C8 vet.
Oh, do you? You have the
Oh,
new
he
the
was
GTE.
forced into that.
Yep.
The old
Okay.
one we ran in that little fun race that Jan set up.
Kyle bought the wrong one.
Now I've got the new one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Have you driven it for anything yet?
Just when it first came out, real heavy in like the lobbies when they were on.
That car is cool. I love that thing. The whole reason I have the Road to Le Mans series is because I wanna drive it in Le Mans, and then they screwed me and made it GT3s and not GTEs, and I wanted to cry. So pitiful.
That's too much. 24 hours at Daytona was too much.
I agree with that. We're trying to get Duehmig to join the endurance team.
No, sir.
Oh, come on,
What
man!
if we
You
start
gotta.
with? What if we start with 6 hours?
That's doable.
Maybe.
We'll build up.
This
6 to
whole
12.
to 24. This whole episode's just gonna be us colluding, trying to get Kyle to do stuff.
It is.
So Kyle, I do have a question. I've kind of thought about it. If you were to have found Kyle Busch at Hendrick when he was wrecking everything, do you think you would have ended up being a Kyle Busch fan if you'd have gotten a NASCAR about 5 years earlier?
Oh yeah. I went back and watched the old races. He absolutely rips in that car. You can't deny that.
He was good in that car.
So in another life somewhere, there is a Kyle Duehmig that is a Hendrick fan running around.
No, sir.
No, there has to be because if he stay in another universe, Kyle Busch stays at Hendrick.
What was the first answer you gave me when I said, so what happens when Kyle Busch leaves Joe Gibbs and goes to Trackhouse in the third car? You just went,
I don't remember that exactly, but I know I probably did not like it.
Kyle, I will say this about Kyle Duehmig. He is probably the biggest fan of a single person and the biggest hater of everybody else. But we love that about you, Kyle. Somebody has to be. Somebody's got to love the second best Bush brother.
oh.
That was harsh.
So okay, Kyle. I think that's enough ragging on you. It's time to dive deep into who is Kyle Duehmig because there's a lot of people out there that want to know. So we did a vote in the Discord, and the drivers voted, and these two gentlemen here were chosen to be on the podcast. All you have already listened to Zittel. If you have not, we obviously started out talking about him. But Kyle, the people want to hear from you. So I got to know, where did you first start with iRacing? Like, where did you hear about it? What you start out on? Kind of give us your journey through iRacing to this point. Because I mean, obviously we can see it because it's right in front of the camera, but you have a very nice wheel setup.
Definitely. I started with Logitech on NASCAR Heat, and then eventually got tired of that and dove into buying a PC. Then definitely subscribed for 2 years right off the bat. I was so far invested already, might as well. And then just dove in. I couldn't even turn a lap when I first got on the service.
Really, not even not in the street stock. You couldn't get it around.
It was very tough, very very tough. It took weeks and weeks of just grinding it out.
Oh.
I got you. Do you remember where you ended up like running your first race at? Like what track it was? Because I'm guessing it was street stocks. That's where most people start out.
It would have been the official lobbies would have been the Legends. God, starts with a C.
Charlotte.
Concord. Concord.
Ew, Concord. That's such a gross track. Really, you started out in the Legends.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, I don't know. I feel like everybody I've talked to, they started out in the street stocks. I hate the Legends. I can't get those little bastards to turn. I don't know why. Other than
Yeah, you can always.
They are a lot of fun at the Charlotte.
Are they?
Yeah, you can always tell a guy that's run Legends first compared to a guy that ran Street Stocks first is short track racing.
But
They're just so much better at it because you can get that thing to turn. Street Stock, at least when I first started, was either at USA or Charlotte. That's it.
really,
Yep.
I guess
Charlotte was one groove on the bottom, and you drafted. And if you tried to make a move on the top, to the back. And USA was just everybody had to learn how to brake all of a sudden.
one groove on the bottom and it's slippery as hell.
Yeah.
Really? They only did USA and Charlotte. I guess we never talked about your origins either on iRacing.
Yep.
You got to tell. Okay, well now that we're talking about it, you got to tell everybody the wheel you were racing on up until about 4 months ago.
Yeah. So about 6 months ago, when I got a Logitech, I was running a Ferrari Thrustmaster plug-and-play plastic pedal, no force feedback, no nothing. Didn't even know what y'all were talking about when it came to force feedback. Like, oh, my wheels it's so hard to turn. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's easy. You know, we're talking about 20-mile-an-hour crosswinds at Dover coming out of 3. Like, I don't feel that at all.
And you got a third. It should have been a second. Somebody, I think DJ Thomas tracked you down and
Yeah, he
passed
tracked
you
me down
away.
with pressure tires.
Wow, started out on a Ferrari. That's crazy. I almost bought that, and then somebody's like, "No, you want force feedback." And
Yeah,
I'm glad I went with my T150.
yeah.
Even though
Nobody taught me about force feedback.
That's crazy to think about. And then Duehmig, you said you started out on the G920 Logitech.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we all pretty. Zittel, I know you upgraded. I don't know what to.
920.
Oh, you went to the 920. Do you have Duehmig's old 920?
No,
Oh,
I mean, I probably could have bought it from him.
I know he was selling it. Dog, what are you doing? Dog's in here annoying me. Kyle, we know. Well, we can see it. The ones that know. What do you have now?
A Sim Magic M10.
That thing is very nice. And Kyle's rig, honestly, I don't know if he's posted pictures of it in the Discord or not. Kyle's rig is. Did you built that your own? Wow, the English is hard. You built that on your own, didn't you?
Yep. I was just Googling pictures of rigs online and found a picture of one and then just bought some 2x4s and a piece of plywood, cut it up, and eventually made a few renditions of it and got it to where it is now.
Yeah, that thing is. It's gorgeous. I don't. I'm gonna have to check. I don't know if he has or not, but. Man,
I don't believe I have.
I'm not gonna tell everybody to go to Kyle Duehmig's house because it's kind of creepy. But yeah, Kyle's rig is sick. He's got what do you have? What's that? What's the seat out of a Civic?
Yep.
Yeah,
1999 Civic.
out of a 99 Civic, and it's one hell of a thing. I wish I could be half that handy. Some of the guys have talked about their rigs. Michael Crawl's another one. Built his own rig initially. I wish I was half that handy.
Right? I know I'm not.
I'm definitely not. Dog, stop barking. You're gonna ruin the recording. Jeez. 1 second. All right.
Boo.
1 second is done. So Kyle, what got you into? Were you a fan of NASCAR when you were a kid? I know you said got back into it about 2011, and that's when KB became your guy. But were you into it earlier than that and just like fell away from it? Why are you shaking your head, Zittel?
My wife turns on the hockey and tells me Tampa Bay swept Florida. I'm sick of watching Tampa Bay win hockey games. Sick of it. Tell Jeremy.
I have the game on as well. And
Jeremy knows. Jeremy knows this pain.
Okay, Kyle.
Continue.
What was the question again?
Did you start out as a NASCAR fan and kind of like fall away from it, and come back in 2011, or were you nothing and then 2011 hit?
My parents were always into it growing up, and then actually the day I was born, the Daytona 500 was going on, and Kyle Petty was leading the race, and then I believe crashed out sometime after they decided my name. So that's kind of just an omen.
Are you named after Kyle Petty?
You're named after Kyle Petty.
Yeah,
Yo, named after
What?
Kyle. Named after Kyle Petty.
yeah.
No joke. There are there are multiple home videos of me younger with NASCAR races on in the background, and I said, "Really, Kyle Petty? That's the guy you picked?" And my dad said, "Did you want your name to be Davey, Donnie, Rusty, Daryl, Dale?" And I'm like, "Nah, Kyle was fine, I guess."
Yeah, my dad wanted to go for Rusty.
That's incredible. What the hell are the odds of that? Oh my
Yep.
god.
That
So
is really weird. We've never talked about that before either.
Oh,
I'm mind boggled that happened. Okay. I always wondered. I never wanted to ask, but I always saw a bunch of Kyle Petty stuff at Kyle's house, and I was like, why the hell does he have Kyle Petty stuff? It all makes sense now. I feel like
Yeah, I've got a picture of the Kyle Petty Hot Wheels Harley, and then the 42 Coors Light car picture.
Yep. That's above your kitchen door. Yeah. Right? Am I right? There's something above your door. Yeah. I'm a good friend.
Well,
Everyone.
I have a NASCAR garage that has the Kyle Petty 44 Hot Wheels car, and then a picture right to the right of it is the 42 Coors Light car.
What the hell just happened? You two are like linked for life. What year Daytona 500 was that?
92.
92.
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Born.
What
I
was
was
that?
born in 1990. So
99.
Kyle Petty was I don't know what he was running in 1990.
Did he ever run the Wood Brothers car?
He did. He did run a Wood Brothers car.
Yeah. Somebody tell us in the comments who or what. Oh, Zittel's looking it up. Never mind. So Duehmig, you were born during the Daytona 500,
Yep.
like in the middle of it, or did the race end and then you decided to come out, or?
I don't remember that whole part of the story, but I'm pretty sure it was the day of.
Man, you were there. You're supposed to know this stuff.
You were there.
I
Kyle,
have a.
Kyle Petty was running for Felix Abada still.
Oh,
The
okay.
Peak Antifreeze, number 42.
The 42, the famous 42. So funny story. Me and Kyle Duehmig have very close birthdays. I was due to be born during the 1999 Daytona 500, and my dad's mother said that if my mom went into labor anytime during the 500, I would have to wait until the race was over, and then she'd be down.
Understandable.
That lady loved Dale Earnhardt, and very uncoincidentally, I had no idea about this. My first number in Venom was 96, which also so happens to be the car number Dale Earnhardt ran in NASCAR for. I don't even remember who the hell it was, but yep, I didn't even know that until I ran it and I was watching an episode of the Dale Jr. Download and saw that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a weird coinky dink. Oh, I'm mind blown. I can't get over the fact that you guys are both named after Kyle Petty.
If we're going down that path, my dad told me that I took him away from a Packers-Bears game in 1990, to which every time he says it, I look it up. And I said, oh, really? I took you away from this ass kicking? I said, yeah, you didn't miss anything. If you know anything about late 80s, early 90s Packers, you missed nothing.
That's like the Detroit Lions now. Kyle, you're also a big time Colts fan, fantasy football player. Do you have any tips? I don't play fantasy football. I'm sure somebody listening does. Do you have any fantasy football tips? You don't have to give away your greatest tip, but at least give me one.
Do the complete opposite of what I do.
I thought you were good. I thought you won the league thing last year.
Nope, I came up 1 round short.
Yeah, we were Yeah, me and Kyle were in that together, and it was every week we talk about it just for a solid hour on Sunday nights, just looking at it, going, "This is impossible." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I auto drafted my team because I forgot the draft was happening. Until somebody
And
reminded me.
and that sums up Kyle Zittel in a nutshell. He just forgets things are going on. He forgets Jeremy McKinnon's to his outside.
Where?
Clear.
Exactly.
So Kyle, take us through. Speaking of Mr. McKinnon, how did you get to Venom? I think that's another very important question that needs to be asked.
It was me, Vrooman, Brendan, McKinnon, Langston. We're all in another league, and then a few of them left there, and then Jeremy ended up inviting me over to join this one after a few weeks of being in it.
How did you and Jeremy get linked up in this other league?
The league owner in that one just both randomly found us in lobbies, and then me and him just ended up running together a lot.
Hitting it off, being best friends. I know Jeremy McKinnon's a big Kyle Duehmig fan. Yeah, I hope he ends up listening to us. Because Jeremy has told me many a times, he's like, I'm gonna steal Duehmig back from Zittel.
Yeah.
And he has been very unsuccessful this far.
Right, very. If you wanna talk about things that should have happened that never did, can't remember if it was supposed to be last season or season 2 or whatever it was, but there were works that it was supposed to be me, Kyle, and Jeremy.
Oh,
And,
that was end of season 2 going into season 3.
Yep. We Zittel Link may have never surfaced back again the way it is now. We were supposed to be speed triangle racing because I was going to keep running my Chevy, Kyle was going to run his Toyota, and Jeremy was going to run his Ford.
Speed triangle racing.
I had a logo and everything ready to go.
Who came? Kyle Duehmig. How did you let that name pass for starters?
I didn't give a whole lot of effort.
It was a good name.
That's an awful name. That's awful.
It looked better with the logos. The logos were it.
I remember reading that and just going, who the hell came up with that? That is such a gross name.
This guy.
That explains a lot.
Okay.
So my friendship with Kyle, it starts at Gateway. Wide Technology Raceway. Kyle's already smiling because he knows what's coming. Qualified, not very good. I think it was actually my first truck race. And I see this guy in this Kyle Busch paint scheme, and low-key a fan of Kyle Busch paint schemes. I go, hey, 19, nice paint scheme. And little did I know that guy would end up screaming and cussing out some idiot who cleaned him out later in the race. And I sent Kyle Duehmig a friend request, and that's how it kicked off.
This is true.
And then I ended up in here and I saw your name, and it's such a unique name that I was like, I know that guy. And now we're best friends. I've seen Kyle twice in person. I got to pet his dog. Roscoe's the best. And you badass fish tank. Best fish tank in Indiana, in my opinion.
It's all right.
It's all right. Oh. It's huge. It would take up half my room.
Thing is borderline screensaver worthy.
Damn near. Kyle, how'd you get into fish?
I don't really know. Probably watching Tanked, to be honest.
What is
Tanked?
Tanked. On Animal Planet.
I see Roscoe on your couch.
They would make all the big fish tanks, and I just really got interested in doing that. And then awesome. I think he's behind me.
Can you turn your blur off so we can see Roscoe? Thank you. Oh, now he's gone.
That's
now
all
he's
of
back.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, right click.
Zittel, you have no room to talk. Yours was on backwards. Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Roscoe's the homie, and Kyle also has one of the best diecast collections I think I've seen. Well, definitely the best I've seen in person. It's pretty good. A lot of Kyle Busch stuff, obviously.
Lots of KB.
What's your favorite Kyle Busch diecast you have? I actually don't think I've asked this question.
It's the Bristol win. I think 2018. The one where you got crunched in on the right fender, right rear.
Did you get the race win edition of that one?
Yes, sir.
I should have had this question prepped earlier so you could show us. I know. Is that the candy striped one? The candy striped interstate batteries car?
No.
No, it's not the one with the confetti on it that you have signed.
That's the Auto Club win 200.
I totally knew that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a bad friend. Hold on. We gotta debunk the myth. Is that a Jeff Gordon picture?
That's a Chevy. That's a Chevy.
Confirmed. Kyle Duehmig
Confirmed.
loves Chevy.
It's all been a lie.
It's all been a lie. You can blur your stuff now that we've seen the Jeff Gordon picture. We know you're a closet Chevy Hendrick fan. We got to see Roscoe.
Indiana boy.
Roscoe's the star of the show. I guess
You can't deny the greatness on Gordon.
that is true. Jimmy Johnson was better though. I'm just kidding. Before I start an actual ride, I'm joking.
Oh God, right?
Not
We
really
don't have enough time.
They're both fantastic. What? So you're an A-class driver, like most of us are. You're very safe on track, unless idiots run into you, and then Kyle becomes not safe with words. What made you fall in love with the trucks so much? Because obviously, I mean, we could all be running Cup and I'm not gonna lie, the new Cup cars are not exactly the most fun to drive at some tracks right now. But the Gen 6s were okay. The Xfinity cars, I think, in my opinion, are pretty fun. What made you stop with the trucks and run those? I think the most. You're always running C-fixed whenever I ask what you're running.
Oh yeah. They're just the most stable for the horsepower I feel like in the wheelbase. Just what I'm used to really.
Nice and safe.
Correct.
They are fun. They produce a lot. I think when you get good lobbies on the game, they produce a lot of good racing. And obviously, we put on a hell of a show.
And the Xfinity cars are a way looser setup usually. I prefer a more tight race car.
I'm gonna leave the low hanging fruit and Zittel's disappointment was magnified.
Yes. Like a
what? You're like the disappointed dad. Just what has been? So you're one of the OGs. You've been here since. Have you been here since race 1?
I believe so.
You've been around for a long time. I know that much. What and so you've seen all the good, all the bad. What has been your favorite part of being a part of Venom? Like what's been your favorite race, or I guess we'll go, yeah, what's your favorite race been that you've been a part of in Venom? And you were here from the beginning. You were at Auto Club.
Oh, probably the top 5 at North Wilkesboro. Bristol top 5 coming in second. The best thing about Venom, all the guys in it.
oh, right there.
What the top 5 at Wilkesboro, we know, well, I know you can short track. If you can manage to stay out of the trouble, you end up with, obviously we've seen it, not Darlington, Bristol and Wilkesboro. But you kind of had to rally back a little bit. You got into Ryan, incidental contact, rally back for the top 5. What makes the Wilkesboro top 5 more special than the Bristol top 5 as far as moments go?
On the last lap, not absolutely destroying another truck. Because me and Jeremy, I T-boned Jeremy right at the end.
You T-boned?
Yeah. Something happened up there in front of me. You might have been involved, might not have been.
Me, I was in
yeah.
the back. At the end of the race, I was in the back.
Gotcha. Something happened up there where Jeremy had to slow way up, and then I just absolutely destroyed him and then limped it along.
And you still came home with the top 5?
Yep.
Must have been. Oh, is that when Jan and Garrett got
Yeah,
together?
Jan and Garrett got into each other. Because
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, if we talk about Wilkesboro, we can talk about how Paul went on his little concussion protocol vacation, and Chad couldn't make it, and it was just us two. And I got caught up, blew up, and then sat in the pit and said, "I all of a sudden he just hears, I'm gonna be in your ear the rest of this race. Do not deviate from what comes out of my mouth. We're going to the front, and we're gonna stay up there." And then
Kyle was in the top 10 most of the race, I think.
he was. And then the moment with Ryan happened, and he goes, "I don't know what happened." I was like, "Hey man, it was go time. He had to go. He knows what he's got to do. I don't know. It looked weird. Uh, do I say sorry to him? Yeah, throw it out there. See what happens." I said, "I bet he knows what he did." And that's exactly what happened. You told him you were sorry, and he goes, "Nope, I know what I did."
Yep. Ryan drove down on you and wrecked you. Well, you made it. Yeah, we're going with that. Ryan wrecked.
He was going for the championship. All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last lap was it though, because there was chaos in front of you, and I stay in the middle. I don't know, stay in the middle. Boom, 5th place.
Kyle's got good instincts. I think you just need to follow them a little bit more.
Yep, a little hesitation.
Yeah, don't hesitate. Drive.
Paul was spotting for me one race, and he told me to go high, and I didn't listen to him, and I should have.
Talladega.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, and Bristol was a survival game. You came away with a top 5 at Bristol?
Yep.
How many cars?
That
How many cars started that race? It was quite a bit. It was like 25, 30. And then Nathan decided he wanted to delete half of them. And thank you, Zittel. You can always count on Kyle Zittel for a wrestling reference. He scratches my back and I scratch his. Kyle Duehmig's my Fast and Furious reference, man.
There were 29 drivers in that race
at Bristol. Oh my god! No wonder it was.
Wow.
We were
chaos.
We were stacked and ready to go.
Yeah, we were.
How many finished on the lead lap?
That I cannot tell you.
Darn it.
Oh, maybe 8. I can.
8.
No, I can't.
I'm gonna go with 8. That sounds right. But
yeah, it felt like not enough.
Kyle had to survive all the melee, and I think that's one thing. That's probably one of the biggest things you have improved upon. Is it seemed in season 2, every race you had damage, and now it less and less often do we see you with damage, and the fact that you had a clean truck at the short tracks where they were hell. I think that really completely blanked on what I wanted to say, but really shows the what.
Bring on Martinsville.
Oh, Kyle's ready for Martinsville. I can already tell I'm gonna wreck somebody at Martinsville because it's gonna happen. Duehmig, what race are you most excited for? Is it Martinsville this season? I know you ran pretty well there in officials.
Martinsville or Michigan, I'd say.
Michigan's a good one. Zittel, Homestead again. You ran really well there.
Yeah, Homestead, Michigan. Again, I will be the only one to like it. Las Vegas. That's a pseudo home track for me. And then the smash the gas and turn left track, Daytona and Talladega.
Zittel's a really good plate racer. I can't.
And we're doing the road course at Daytona, right, this year? That'll be a fun one.
Correct.
That'll be interesting.
Is that a daytime or a nighttime?
I think daytime. I'm gonna look right now.
Daytime.
Boo.
Talk to the powers that be. Daytona's already at night. Kyle, are you excited for a road course? Am I hearing this right?
I've ran enough of that one to feel comfortable at it.
Duehmig's excited for a road course. Mark the calendar. It's gonna freeze tonight. Starting the season at Daytona tomorrow. This should be coming out on Monday. Then we go to Dover in week 2, Iowa week 3, and Michigan week 4, with Martinsville being week 5. So, Duehmig, you get your 2 favorite tracks you're looking forward to the most right back to back.
Yes, sir.
What's the one thing you're looking to improve upon this season? You're coming in as the reigning most improved driver. What is one thing that you're really trying to spend this season to really hone in on?
Finish the races clean and average above a top 15 throughout the season.
That's a pretty good. I'd say that's a pretty good goal. We have some talented fields. I mean, you get guys
For sure.
Get guys like Nathan and Ryan, Andy, Jeff Langston, you name it. I mean, those guys are nuts.
Oh, there's talent throughout, even deeper through the field.
Yeah, I mean that's just the top. Then you got guys like Zittel and Paul and Chad Stearns. I'll just name all of Zittel and Kyle Duehmig. Garrett Rainey's going to be a force this season, especially at the short tracks. Flinky's getting better every season. Kevin Sargent's back. Cole really surprised me last season. He turned it up a notch. Michael Dean's going to be fast everywhere we go. I'm excited. Zittel, what are your goals for the next season?
So I kind of had the same kind of goals that Kyle had for this season. I wanted to finish every race clean, and I wanted to finish in the top 15. Well, that sort of spiraled in the middle. Texas, Motegi, places like that was a little rough. But I think now I'm going to go a little bit higher. I know I want to finish top 10 in points. And I got to get this thing in victory lane. That is going to be the number one goal, honestly, is to win.
You got to have a chat with Nathan at some point. That's
right.
I want to get. I don't give a damn about no points anymore. I finished top 5 in the points with a bunch of people gone and missing and all that crap. I don't care. I just want to win races. It's all about trophies now. I feel like colleague racing. We're going trophy hunting. Man, I'm trying to think.
I'm putting it down right now. Put it on paper.
Put it on paper.
4 members in this league that have not visited Victory Lane are going to Victory Lane this year.
That's a bold statement. Who do you got? Who you got?
Who I got? Me, Garrett. Oh man. Now you put me on the spot now. Now I gotta
That's
start,
what you get for making a bold statement.
Jan, me.
That's a good one.
Garrett, Jan, and I'm saying Cole Maxwell.
Cole Maxwell. One of the plate tracks, I'm thinking. Cole led a lot of laps at Talladega. We got to get Duehmig. We got to get Duehmig in victory.
Try our hardest.
Yeah. We can block the whole field.
We'll park the bus. You get out front. We're parking the bus.
Kyle is far too hard on himself. I would like to take this moment to say, Kyle, don't be so hard on yourself.
I appreciate that. I'll try.
You're much better when you race relaxed, and I've seen it. I randomly jumped in and spotted for him. I think it was at Phoenix, and you drove from the back of the field to like 5th. So we all know what you can do, buddy. And I want to thank you for spending your time being on here. I know it's not the easiest thing to do in the world.
Oh,
I think it's a lot easier than driving these fake race cars.
Public speaking has nothing on holding this wheel in your hand.
It's much easier as long as you don't turn the camera off. But yeah, thank you, Duehmig, for coming on. I'm sure the people are going to appreciate it. You've done great. And you shared quite possibly one of the best stories that'll ever be told on the podcast. I don't think that one's going to be topped. I did not see that
Oh,
coming.
teammates should talk to each other more.
What? One at a time. One at a time.
He said maybe we should talk to each other more, which could be very true.
That's what I said. I said teammates should talk to each other more. Figure out what the hell's going on.
You guys have been together for a season, which is about 4 months. Well, it could go back even farther than that because KBI Zittel was a part of, even though he was running for Zittel Link, and Duehmig, you were a part of that when some stuff went down. You guys have been talking for 6 months, and you guys didn't know this?
Never knew that.
Nope.
What kind of freaking team owner are you, man?
Great one.
I said it once before. I just run the team. I sit in the car and I give a car. You get one, and you get one, and you get one, and oh yeah, that one's for me, and we'll go. What are we supposed to do now? I don't know. Drive.
Now, the reason Zittel drives Toyotas is because of me, by the way.
The reason I drive Toyotas is because I didn't want to make Kyle feel weird.
Kyle does own a Ford. Kyle owns Ford.
I do own the Ford.
Yeah.
I own all three of them because I can't stop buying iRacing things.
iRacing's an addiction, and if you want to pay for it, you donate through my Twitch link. Yeah, thank you guys for being on. Zittel, I know you've been on a couple times. Duehmig, the people have been clamoring to hear you speak. So
I appreciate you having me on. Good luck to everybody this season. Let's have a lot of fun.
I'm still convinced you're reading note cards.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
My second monitor is over to the right, so I just keep gravitating towards that.
Watching hockey.
And my camera's over to the left. Yeah, the hockey goes on behind that.
I'm just giving you crap, man. Loosen up. We're gonna have you on again. You did good. Thank you for coming on. What?
If you are watching this and want to watch us knuckleheads with about 20 of our other knucklehead friends, PTM TV, we are going live.
We're gonna be broadcasting.
We're gonna be on Facebook, I believe, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the Facebook link. PTM. What was it?
PTM TV.
PTM
TV. Racing TV.
The link will be in the description.
Yes.
I'll have to remember to put it there.
PTM Racing TV. There it is. That's official.
Yep, we're gonna be broadcasted on Facebook. I think this first one's gonna be like a race I don't know how it's gonna be done. It's gonna end up on YouTube. I know that much.
I think we're live on this.
Are we live? Oh, we might be live. I don't know. If I get a top 3, I'm gonna try not to cuss on somebody's live stream.
Good luck.
Right, we all have to behave and act like adults.
Boring. Absolutely boring.
That's no fun.
Kyle Duehmig, what scheme are you running? Anything fancy?
I don't know. I told Zittel one, but I'm not real sure I'm gonna run that one again.
We might get a new Duehmig scheme. Kyle's running the Razor truck that is behind him, which looks sick, and I'm gonna have to download Discord Nitro. Or pay for Discord Nitro, excuse me, so that I can have cool stuff behind me instead of my dirty room. And I'll put a picture up right here of the sweet treat I'm gonna be running at Daytona. I wish I could actually be sponsored by Dairy Queen. That would be sick, but just a cool paint scheme that the homie Ryan Dye came up with, put together. He's a wizard.
It's a beaut.
It is a beaut.
It is a beaut.
Two-faced paint scheme in league history.
Can't tell you that all 4 members of Zittel Link will have fresh paint at some point this season. I know Paul Ellison will have something fresh, something beautiful running at Daytona. And if you're a fan of chrome numbers, you should get used to them. There's going to be a lot.
We love chrome numbers. I need to figure out how to spec map stuff so I can do chrome, because I don't want to be left out of all the fun.
Oh, it's trust me, it's gonna be a lot of fun having that up there.
It's man, Paint Scheme of the Year award gonna be up for grabs, and it's only week 1, and there's already a bunch of schemes that could win it. But that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
we have time for this week. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell all your friends, share the links. Thank you again to the Kyles for coming in. You guys are awesome. Duehmig again, thank you. I know not the easiest thing to do in the world, but you killed it.
Thanks for having me.
You can put the note cards away anytime.
Don't got them, sir.
Kyle Zittel, thanks again for being really decent. We love you.
Thank you, sir.
Kyle Zittel is okay with us calling him really decent, by the way.
Really decent stays until really decent rolls in the victory lane.
Yep, and I can tell you that will be, I think outside of Jan, you're really the next. I think you're the next person that's come close that hasn't won yet.
Well, Garrett's been up there.
Oh, Garrett, yeah, Garrett's, yeah, that's one I forgot about. That's bad because he's my teammate. I'm gonna hear about that one.
That's real bad.
Sorry, I'm a bad friend. Michael Dean's another one. They're coming. Their wins are coming.
I can hear the goats coming for you now.
Y'all took that way too far. Anyways, I've been John K. We'll see you guys next week. And we'll have a Daytona recap. Peace. Hey, your picture's backwards again.
Ah, god damn it. I picked the wrong one.
Here you go.
That one.
Right. I need to. Is it worth getting Discord Nitro just for that?
I don't know.
Ready?
I take nothing too far. Kyle, you gotta take a journalism class. You never heard of B-roll before. You need stuff at the beginning and stuff at the end that you can splice in and go, hey, that was funny. How do you think Ryan got that stupid picture of me?
Irony.